Alright, well, those Japanese attacks. Hold on a second. Cough button time. Alright, I think I'm better. Anyway, those Japanese attacks all seemed like they were way too easy. I gotta go back and look at these rules because if that's the case, just go ahead and grab the, whatever hex you want, throw four of these on there, and it's on an automatic victory. So I think I must have did that wrong. I gotta look again. I think it did say you could. I think it read to where you could use on any battle any combination of these up to four, and it even said that in the rules that it's on the battles. They'd have a 4-1 advantage. I think it was specific on the rules. It says when you combine all their supports, they can only use four, and the Chinese can only use one. So yeah, I don't understand because man, that's a lot of support. But like I said, this can only, I guess when you start having a bunch of battles, they'll split it up. But man, you want to just take a spot and just airborne them, artillery them, coastal support, and naval. And the battle's pretty much won. And these guys, they can't use artillery in defense, so only offensive. It is the game turn number 3, I'm guessing. We're back with the Chinese. And it is beginning of game turn 3. We will go back and look at the historical aspect and see what happened on August 26th through the 7th of September in the real world. In my game, it came in off of here down here. So and like I said, with the support they had, it was a no-brainer, no contest. And I've been thinking about that, thinking that just don't seem right. That was way too easy. And if that's the case, I'll just use that on these 2 hexes and get my automatic victory. So we'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'm ahead. The designer's got it all figured out. We'll be right back. All right. Well, up to now, it says the Chinese offensive began on the afternoon of August 13th when 2 newly arrived Germanized trained divisions attacked 2 battalions of Japanese naval infantry. Those attacks made slow progress. The Japanese naval gunfire support from 8 destroyers and light cruisers nearby in the river proved a decisive factor. All right. Well, now we're over here, and it says 2 more battalions of Japanese naval infantry arrived early on August 18th. Another 2 the next day. Alright. Military standards, blah, 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 blah. Chinese artillery on hand was able to penetrate them. Those strong points proved decisive, denying the Chinese a swift victory they needed. Alright, on August 19th, the Chinese 36th Division, another Germanized, arrived, was thrown into battle. The attack was supported by 2 companies of tanks. A bunch of tanks went with them. With the 87 of the 2 tanks, but they don't have no armor here. I guess it's just built into the units. The attack expanded to include all the other divisions. They're in the stack. I just looked at them. All right, here you can stop and read this. Casualties. General Chang created another army or another organization to take care of the threat. On August 3rd, this is the key here, on the 23rd of August, strong reinforcements began arriving from Japan, organized as the SEF. Its commander, General Wayne Matsui, landed a force on the coast at Chuansha, about 30 miles from Shanghai, and another at Wusong. I got the spots marked here. There's Chan, so he landed here. I landed my force down here because it was unopposed, but that probably would have been just as good with all the support. So, yeah, good move, but I'm up here anyway. I came down here, so there's a difference from what I seen and from he seen, but they came in right here at this little town of, let me get this out of here. They came in at Wusong. Right there, I came in up the beach and moved on and up this way, so there's a difference there. But other than that, it's what we're seeing, what I've seen and what he's seen. But yeah, historically I came in there and there. I came in here and here. So, and the thing of it is, it says there were two landings. He didn't come in all over the place, so he kind of did the same thing I did, which is kind of weird. All right, let me see what else we got going on here. Forcing them will draw. Okay. We don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. He said the Luan landing and other landings took place at dawn. No effective, yeah, there was no effective Chinese resistance. So Ricardo prepared defending against the sudden hand lays off. Bring in the newly established. All right, I think we're up to date here. Let's see if there's another date, because this third turn starts on the 8th of September, so we're already in September. I don't think I have to read on up. These turns are like maybe 2 weeks or half a month, so let me read up on what's going on here, just for shits and grins. And here we go. Battle of Shanghai in September. There you go, there you go. Huh. There's the international settlement. It even said during the fight that the Chinese kind of kicked these guys' butts, but they went back across the river, I think it said, in a historical battle. I'm not sure, but some of these Chinese or Japanese booked it on over to this neutral spot. They said they were interned or were able to seek refuge. So, nothing like saying, let's get that guy out of here and have a nice little free zone. And they did, they took advantage of it. But I'll let you get a look at this here. This big look. There's Shanghai right here. The river. Here are my units. And so far, I mean, that's in September. I haven't put the units down yet. Hold on a second. All right. So, okay, there you go. We are getting ready to go on our move. And the Chinese know that they have landed. And we're bringing some reinforcements. We will be back. Oh, there it is. And I think I read it right. During combat, able to place your markers. Both sides may apply one eligible fire support marker from each category. It says here, this means the Japanese player may add up to 4 markers, and the Chinese player only 1 per attack. And that's only if the Chinese player's on offense. If the Chinese player's on defense, it means it's a 4-0. So I read it right. You can only use them once, but alright, well, hold on. Japanese naval gunfire has the potential to be applied 4 times per game turn, while amphibious invasions can only be used in Japanese. Hold on. Has the potential to be used 4 times per game turn, while amphibious invasions can only be used in the Japanese reinforcement phase. Well, we know that. Alright. So in other words, you can only use these for an invasion assault, so remember that. Alright, I think we're up to date and everything's good to go. Let me get you out of the sick mode. I'm sorry about that, Al. Forget to get you guys out of there. We were going. Oh, another thing. We're going to be playing me some Kingdom of Heaven tonight, so we're going to get on with that. But got a little bit of time here, and going to take it easy. Man, working a lot, so it feels good to be able to relax. Pushing off all my chores. It's been raining, grass can be cut, but no, not this weekend. We are taking it easy, getting our head right. We'll be back. Alright, and I thought I might have messed up, but it says, thankfully, beginning on the game turn 3. So now we begin this during each Chinese reinforcement phase. After the Chinese player declares and conducts any Chinese air support. 11-3. Japanese player whirls 1 dice. Chinese player removes that number of factors from the current game turns reinforcements. The choice used of the Chinese player and its total strength is equal to the For the rest of the game. Wow, what? Alright, that is weird. Oh, you know what? Because, oh, sorry, let me go slower here. He gets a bunch of these. So these are not going to be all available. We start rolling the dice. And I thought that had to do with Japanese air support. That when the Japanese went to go support wanted to support a unit, the Chinese don't really have a air force, but they could interdict or shoot down some planes. I don't know, but I guess I read that wrong. It's the flip side. It's the Japanese that are going to interdict the Chinese air units being reinforced. So we will have to check that out. Hold on, there's more here. Hold on. Here's where I seen that. For the Japanese in the long run, ground support of interdiction, but they did make themselves known by downing and boarding Japan. Alright, here we go. I did mess up. Each time the Chinese air support marker is added to attack, the Chinese player may attempt to intervene. The Chinese player rolls one die. On a result of 6, the Japanese air unit is aborted. Well, let's see what happens. What would have happened? We were on a blue. We're trying to interdict a 6. Nope, we only got a 2, so the game does not get altered in any way. Oh, I'm glad I only rolled up, but that's what we need to do there. Okay. Japanese naval gunfire. What we got going on here? Alright, we already know about that. You can use naval gunfire. And, oh, you know what? Let me read that again. As well as defense. So I thought it was just the... Oh. Attacks adjacent to Yankees. Below the navigation marker. So that's right here. Attacks going through. Alright, well, I will have to look that all up. I don't think I messed with the game yet. But, I did know that they can, use these in defense. But whenever we have attack, we'll go through that again and make sure we got it all right and add all markers. There is another thing here about, what was it? Now that we're starting to get some Japanese units on here. Oh, yeah, we want to pay attention to this. Japanese overrun, so all kinds of stuff coming into effect. The game's going to start getting a lot more complicated. It is now the Chinese third turn. It is the first operations phase. We got to figure out what our operations are going to be. Move and fire, fire, move, fire, fire, move or move. Be back.